Hey Stacy, this is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Thanks for reaching out via Messenger after our brief exchange on the new Nassau County Women's Entrepreneur page. Love that. Excited about that. But I wanted to go ahead and shoot this video and include it with my Messenger response to you to give you an idea of what the competition landscape really is for you here locally. And also to give you some ideas about how to improve your kind of digital profile to help with all of that. And I know you don't have a website yet, but so I pulled up your Facebook page. But I'm just going to kind of give you the information related to websites, but also related to digital profile, all of which will help strengthen that in Google's eyes. So, as Google crawls the web, it is really looking for three things: content, citations, and backlinks. So that's the kind of things I'm going to talk about today. Now, content just refers to the words and images on your site. So Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of at a minimum on the page. And that is designed to give it a really good idea of what you do and where you are. The exact amount is going to depend a little bit on the competition, but also the number of keywords that you need to get those messages across. Now, a keyword is something anyone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So let's look at what a Google search might look like for you. I went over to my Chrome browser into Google and typed in travel agent, Fernandina Beach, and this is what came up. So at the top of the page, you'll see initially is what we call the map pack. There's 3 businesses on this map, and the top 3 listed here are going to get the most traffic because this map pack is super easy to use, tons of information at your fingertips, like for example, the number of reviews, the score of a review, sometimes it's the years in business. So there's lots of information here, and more people are using this. So it's really important to be in here if at all possible. Now, the way you get in the top 3 is 1, you have to have a Google business profile. And then 2, you want to fill it out as completely and accurately as possible. Definitely want to have those reviews coming your way. But the third thing is you want to have your name, address, and phone number listed in as many relevant directories on the web as possible. So those directories can be everything from Yelp and Yellow Pages to even Facebook. But the more times that happens, name, address, phone number appearing in directories, as long as they match, the more power it gives your profile. Every place you do that is considered a citation. The idea really at the core is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger that online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So below the map pack is what we call the organic. So organic just means not paid. Ideally, you want to be in the top 3 here as well. In fact, the ones that appear in both of these are going to, the top 3 map, top 3 organic, they're going to see about 75 to 85% of the business, of the search business. So it's definitely worth it to get in the top 3 of both. Now you'll notice that Wallace Pearson Travel is the top result, and then right below that is the Travel Maestro. So the Travel Maestro is also number 1 in the map pack. So those are the 2, number 1 here and number 2, and then number 1 in the map pack. Those are the 2 businesses I'm going to kind of go over and show you how they're looking, since you don't have that website just yet. This is the Travel Maestro website, and you'll see that he does have a good bit of content. I don't know that it's quite 1,500. In fact, I would say it's not 1,500 pages or 1,500 words, but he's got some good videos, and probably his pictures are also named different words. So on the Wallace Pearson, they've got, it's pretty. It's got a lot of good pictures of people taking the adventures. That's kind of off, but he's still got a good amount of, I don't want to join the list, thank you very much, a good amount of content on there for the search engines to kind of know what they're doing. Now that's what they look like, but when I'm looking at websites, I actually try to analyze them via a tool I have called RFs, because I want to see kind of what the results of that website is. So let's take a look at a tool I have called RFs, and in this case I put in Wallace Pearson website. That was the number one result. He's getting about 117 visits per month, and that is being driven from 594 keywords. I can actually drill down and take a look at those. And some of those are related to actually, different obviously trips that they've done. National Park, Mermaid Travel Group, Split National Park. So he's ranking pretty high because you can see that even for his name, obviously he's number one. Wallace Pearson Travel is being searched by itself 40 times per month. He's in the number one spot for that. So that keyword's getting him 15 visits per month. That's how to kind of read this. But some of these other things like National Park near Split, Croatia, I wouldn't consider that necessarily a buyer intent keyword. In other words, I don't know that if someone is putting that in their Google browser, if they're really looking for a travel agent. They might be, but I don't know that they are. But that particular keyword is being searched 40 times. He must have a visit or a trip planned for that because he is number one in that. But that keyword is getting him 9 visits per month. So let's also look at the Travel Maestro. So the Travel Maestro is getting 51 visits per month, and that's being driven from 397 keywords. And you can see that this is kind of the same thing. So Maestro Travel, again, that's the name of their business. They're being ranked 4. They're getting about 4 visits per month for that. But these other things are not necessarily buyer intent, except for possibly 4-season travel agent. That's being searched 250 times per month. And because he's in the number 15 spot, so that's actually middle of the second page, if you will, he's getting 3 visits per month. So even though he's pretty far down, he's still getting a few visits per month for that. But you can see kind of what the difference it makes to really target the kind of searches that people are already utilizing. Now, the last piece of the ranking puzzle is what we call backlinks. So a backlink is just anywhere you find one website linking to another via clickable or hyperlink text. So these links, again, kind of act like an endorsement, right? Google looks at it like these other businesses are vouching for you, and it uses that credibility to build trust in your business. But not all links are created equal. So those relevant to your website will count more, as will those that are local. And ideally, they really need to be powerful in their own right. So because it's a weighted approach and you can't really count backlink for backlink, you need to look really more at how much they might be valued. So in order to do that, the tool that I use, rather than looking specifically at the number of referring domains or the number of backlinks, I instead look at these scores. So this tries to mimic the Google algorithm, and it tells me that on a scale of 0 to 100, the domain as a whole for Wallace Pearson is rating about a 7, and his specific homepage is rating about a 10 as far as strength of that backlink profile. And for Travel Maestro, he's about a 0.6 for the domain and about a 4.4 for the homepage. So those are also kind of those ranking factors. So as you build, you want to keep that kind of thing in mind. And when all of those things come together, so the content of your website, the backlinks, the citations, all of those things coming together, you begin ranking higher and higher, and more customers will find you. You can also do the same sorts of things with the Google Map listings. So that would be something that I would highly recommend you do, is get a Google Map listing and start optimizing that. But I hope this information has been helpful. I would love to hear some feedback on it. I do want them to be helpful, so I'm always welcome to feedback. I'm going to send this out via Messenger, but if you find yourself wanting more, we can absolutely get together and maybe we can talk about your goals, and I can do some research to figure out exactly what might be realistic for your business and what it would take to reach those goals. Again, my name is Lori. I'm with Soul Sisters Digital Design. My number is 352-235-9803. Thanks so much.